Hi, welcome to another video. Welcome in. I'm Beddy Teddy over on Twitch. Hi, great to see you. If I've seen you before, great to see you again. If not, lovely to meet you. Today I wanted to talk a bit about imposter syndrome, because I think there's a way of viewing it that helps eliminate it in some ways, and I wanted to share. In case you don't know, imposter syndrome is basically thinking that you've somehow deceived someone else into the position that you're in. This could be in a job. If you suddenly get a raise and you become like higher up in the team, imposter syndrome would be thinking that you've like manipulated someone to get there, thinking that you don't really deserve it, you don't really have the skills for it, and you have no idea why you're actually there. And it's pretty annoying. Most people feel it at some point, and like it's perfectly natural to feel it. But I had a kind of revelation a little while ago about it, and that's that it's okay to feel imposter syndrome, but it's not your job to decide if you're qualified enough. I'm going to expand upon this. So, say you got a job and you didn't think that you had the skills for that job, even though you were hired by someone like the hiring manager, we'll call them, if that's a real job. But say you're hired by a hiring manager and you spend your whole first week at work thinking, I think they made the wrong decision. I don't think I'm qualified enough for it here. What you think you're doing is kind of reflecting on yourself, when actually it's not your job to decide if you're hireable. It's the hiring manager's job to decide, and they made that decision, and it's their right to have that decision. It's absolutely not your right to say who should and shouldn't be employed, including yourself, if that makes sense. I'll give another example. Something I do, Twitch streaming. I know I've spoken to a lot of streamers who feel a bit of imposter syndrome every now and again, and they're like, why are so many people watching me? When actually it's the streamer's job to create entertainment or whatever they do on stream. It's not technically their job, but it's what they do. That's the thing that streamers need to be worried about. If you have, say, 100 viewers or something at one point, and you start feeling a whole deal of imposter syndrome, and you're like, I don't think my stream's good enough for 100 people to be watching. Why are 100 people to be watching? Why are 100 people watching? What you're doing, in fact, then, is you're not trusting the audience to know what they enjoy. In the same way that you wouldn't be trusting a hiring manager to do their job fully. It's actually not a streamer's job to decide if their stream is entertaining enough for an audience. That's the audience's job. So it doesn't really matter, like, whether you think you're worth it or not, because that's not your job to know if you're worth it enough to have people watching you. I hope that makes sense. But it kind of helps alleviate the grip that imposter syndrome can have on you. Realizing that actually I don't need to be worried about why people are watching me. That's their decision to do that. That's their job. It's the audience's job to decide if they enjoy something enough to watch it again, and each individual person makes that decision. Because in something like Twitch streaming, I'm going to continue on with this analogy, but in something like Twitch streaming, you will have had countless people come into your stream, watch it for a bit, and decide it wasn't for them, and leave. Many more people will do that than the people that will stay. So even though you may be very overwhelmed by how many people are watching right now, or even like following, subscribing, whatever, I can guarantee that a lot more people have clicked onto the stream, thought, oh, that's not my sort of place, not what I was looking for, I'm going to leave, without maybe saying even anything. So there's no point feeling imposter syndrome, because you don't know how many people have done that. And what's happened is that you've got lucky so many times that people have found the right place for them and have found something that's entertaining enough. And as I said before, the truth is, it isn't actually your job to decide if your content's entertaining enough for an audience. It's your job to, I would say, have fun. I mean, each streamer will have their own things that they try to do. I try to make it as entertaining for myself and for people I know in real life who watch, and for the audience as well. If I've got an audience who like being there, I'm going to try and see if they want a specific thing and maybe do that if I enjoy doing that as well. But it's not my job to decide who my viewers like spend their time watching, whether that's me or someone else. It's again, it comes down to kind of trust. You got to trust that people have taste and know what they enjoy, which everyone does. No one's going to watch something if they find it boring. And most people who do get imposter syndrome is because they've got lots of people watching who enjoy it and enjoy the content and things. And if people don't enjoy the content, it is a free world and people will just leave. There's been plenty of streams that I've started watching and then just thought, maybe this isn't for me, and I've just left without saying anything. Because that's my right, and I'm allowed to realise and have my own tastes in what's entertaining for me. And I'll stick around the communities I enjoy and leave other ones. So personally, I find viewing imposter syndrome in that sort of way really helpful. It's really helpful. Because as a streamer, it's our job, let's say, to stream. It's not our job to tell people that they shouldn't be watching our stream because we don't think it's good enough. Absolutely not. It's our job to stream. And in my eyes, enjoy it and do what we want. But just a bit of food for thought there. Because it's a new way I've found to view imposter syndrome, and it really helps me not get so bogged down by it. Gives me more confidence, and it just helps me second guess things, because it's very easy to do that, particularly if, for instance, you've got a quiet chat. It's very easy to be like, people aren't really enjoying this, when actually people are just doing things, tidying, they're drawing, they're, I don't know, just watching and enjoying like you would do passively on a YouTube video or something. Knowing that it's their job to decide what's entertaining and not mine kind of frees me up a lot to have fun with it and do what I want to do. But yeah, how long have I been recording? This is like quite a quick video. I think that's about all I wanted to say. I hope that helps someone. But it's in the same way that it's a hiring, like a recruiter, to decide who's the right fit for a job. And you should trust them to make the correct decision for what they're looking for. You don't know what they're looking for. They could be looking for the type of person rather than the qualifications. So you may feel underqualified, but actually they weren't looking for qualifications. They were looking for, I don't know, personality. In the same way with a streamer. Not everyone's looking for someone with amazing gameplay. Some people are just looking for someone who they feel a connection with. And it's not really the streamer's job to decide who that ends up being and who they decide to spend their time watching. But yes, I hope this video was useful. I found it very interesting thinking about this over the past couple of weeks. And I thought it was valuable enough to share. Yes, as you can tell, I'm still trying to keep things imperfect here, because I think there's a view on social media of everything being perfect, and it's very easy when you're filming a YouTube video to like tidy the background but make the rest of it a mess. As you can tell, I'm like in the middle of sorting out washing on my bed, and I decided not to move it because that's the glamour of my life. We've all got to wash clothes, all got to eat, shower, you know. People are people. And I think it's fun breaking down that wall sometimes and being like, look, I have to do washing later. But anyways, I hope this video helped whoever's watching. I know I only gave 2 examples, but you can apply the thing to any situation. Any situation you can apply it to. And it should help, I would hope. But yes, I hope you're having a good day. Stay hydrated. Make sure you've eaten something. Take meds if applicable. Go outside if you're feeling a bit shut in. That always helps. But yeah, I'll hopefully see you again. All my links are down below. You'll find them. No matter what social media you're on. I'll maybe see you on Twitch if you're a Twitch person. If not, see you here again maybe. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, all the things. But feel free not to. It's chill. It's not my decision whether you decide to do that. But anyway, I will see you guys again soon, hopefully. I'll be here whether you are or not. Okay. Bye, everybody.